Hello. You may be wondering why we have to watermark all our videos with your personal details now, when we haven't done so in the past. We now use SteelPython, which is a brand new system, to deliver all new tutorial downloads, and you'd probably like to know why we use it, and what benefits it has for us, and of course what benefits it has for you. So, what happens when we release a tutorial set on 3d-palace that has no form of protection whatsoever? Okay. So someone's downloaded the tutorial from 3d-palace. Look how happy they are. They watch the tutorial and they get the education they need. That's the whole purpose of a 3d-palace tutorial. But what if a particularly thoughtless or deliberately stupid user uploads their tutorial that they downloaded from us to a torrent or share site? Maybe they think it's going to make them popular with a group of friends, or maybe they think they'll get more downloads that way from a site they're on. Sometimes people even buy tutorials deliberately so they can upload them for a piracy group. Okay, so here's what happens. The original upload, because it's probably quite large, is attractive to torrenters, as it allows them to up their ratios. It goes onto torrents, onto IRC piracy networks, the files are shared too, and the same with anonymous FTP sites. In the end, you even find OEM copies for sale on unscrupulous sites that are more than happy to have your credit card details and are probably not the most secure place in the world. And all this just from one upload from one user. So, what does this mean for 3d-palace? When the original APU set for 3ds Max was released several years ago, it sold lots and lots of copies. There was a real growth at 3d-palace. We were able to expand and make lots of new free tutorials and commercial sets. There wasn't a lot of piracy, as upload speeds overall were pretty slow, and it took time before large sets such as these were distributed illegally. Since then, upload speeds of about 100 megabits are common, meaning if a pirate group gets a hold of the tutorial, they can upload it in its full quality and have it distributed to their members in under an hour. The Prior. This is a good example. It took a year of development work as a tutorial, hard surface and organic work. Since its release, it sold poorly. This is because it was pirated almost immediately following its release. So, what is an audit trail, and why are we watermarking a video with your name, your address, your phone number, your payment references, and your email on it? Well, firstly, it's a deterrent. People really do not like having their personal information being downloaded hundreds or thousands even of times, and displayed prominently in front of other people who probably aren't the most scrupulous themselves. Secondly, we know who purchased and subsequently uploaded the set, we know where they live, what their phone number is, and how to get where they live. Which means that action can of course be taken. In addition, pirated watermarked videos are unpopular with the pirated community, which tends to be fairly elitist when it comes to their collections. So not only would the uploader be giving away all their details, they'd be doing it for a video that wouldn't even be particularly popular. So, what's the end result for 3d-palace using SteelPython? Well, obviously, less uploads of downloaded sets, which in turn means increased revenue, which means more tutorials for you. It's a lot easier to persuade authors to make tutorials when they know they're actually going to get some income from their work and not just see it all over every torrent site that's advertised on Google. Secondly, new tutorial authors are more likely to make tutorials in the first place, as they know they're going to be rewarded for it, financially. Free tutorials have more time to be developed because we're not having to work quite as hard around the clock just to make even a basic revenue stream. And all of this means more diversity, more content, and more education for you, the end user. And that's why we're pleased to use SteelPython, and why we hope you're pleased that we're using SteelPython too, because this means that the tutorial you're watching is the tutorial you paid for, and you don't have to worry about other people watching something that you've paid for.